David J.Rothkopf is CEO and editor of the FP Group. The FP Group publishes foreign policy magazine, Foreign Policy.com, presents events, and is a division of Graham Holdings Company.Rothkopf was first announced as CEO and editor-at-large in 2012, when Foreign Policy was owned by the Washington Post Company. He has been a regular contributor to the magazine for many years and continues to write columns in his role as editor. He is also president and CEO of J.Rothkopf, an international advisory firm specializing in transformational global trends, notably those associated with energy, security, and emerging markets. He is the author of internationally acclaimed books, including Power, Inc., The Epic Rivalry Between Big Business and Government and the Reckoning That Lies Ahead, Superclass, The Global Power Elite and the World They Are Making, and Running the World, The Inside Story of the National Security Council and the Architects of American Power. His next book, National Insecurity: Making U.S. Foreign Policy in an Age of Fear, will be published in the fall of 2014. See Publications. He is a visiting scholar at the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace, where he chairs the Carnegie Economic Strategy Roundtable, and chairman of the National Strategic Investment Forum Dialogue, a forum convening leading institutional investors for discussions about critical issues of investment strategy. In addition, Rothkopf has recently served as a member of the advisory boards of the U.S. Institute of Peace, the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health, the Center for Global Development, and the Center for the Study of the Presidency. Prior to the establishment of J.Rothkopf, Rothkopf was the chairman, CEO, and co-founder of IntelliBridge Corporation, a leading provider of international analysis and open-source intelligence for the U.S. national security community and selected investors, financial organizations and other corporations. Before founding IntelliBridge, Rothkopf was managing director of Kissinger Associates, the international advisory firm founded and chaired by former U.S. Secretary of State Henry A. Kissinger. Immediately prior to joining Kissinger Associates, Rothkopf served as acting U.S. Under-Secretary of Commerce for International Trade. In this capacity, Rothkopf directed the 2,400 employees of the International Trade Administration, including the U.S. Commercial Service, the International Economic Policy Bureau, the Bureau of Import Administration, and the Bureau of Trade Development. He joined the Clinton administration in 1993 as Deputy Under-Secretary of Commerce for International Trade Policy and Development. Prior to joining the Clinton administration, Rothkopf was co-founder, chairman and chief executive of International Media Partners, Inc., which published CEO Magazine, and Emerging Markets newspaper, and organized the CEO Institutes. Previously, Rothkopf served as a senior executive and editor at Institutional Investor, Inc., and served in a similar capacity at Financial World magazine. Rothkopf is a 1977 graduate of Columbia College and attended Columbia University Graduate School of Journalism. Rothkopf is a member of the Council on Foreign Relations, and has taught international affairs at Columbia University's Graduate School of International and Public Affairs, the Georgetown School of Foreign Service, and has lectured at leading universities including Harvard, Yale, Columbia, Princeton, Oxford, Cambridge, Stanford, the National Defense University, and the Naval War College. A Democrat, he has said he voted for President Barack Obama twice. Publications. Power, Inc., The Epic Rivalry Between Big Business and Government and the Reckoning That Lies Ahead, published in 2012, was well received in the popular press. Superclass, The Global Power Elite and the World They Are Making, which was published in 2008, was described by Rana Foroha in Time magazine as perhaps the definitive chronicle of Davos Man. Quote, in 2006, Rothkopf read Running the World, the inside story of the National Security Council and the architects of American power, which was described by David E. Sanger in the New York Times as the definitive history of the National Security Council. He is the author, co-author, co-editor of and contributor to additional books, including The Global Century, Globalization and National Security, Cuba, The Contours of Change, The Price of Peace, Emergency Economic Intervention and U.S. Foreign Policy, The Common Market, Uniting the European Community and the Big Emerging Markets. He writes a weekly column for Foreign Policy, a regular column for CNN, and is a frequent contributor to leading newspapers, magazines including The New York Times, The Washington Post, The Financial Times, CNN, Newsweek and Time.